Hello everyone. In this video we will see what was the best thing you were told that made a change in your life. This video is brought to you by the Question Response channel. The channel where you will find the answer to everything. I thank Fethe and Yavorski for their answers to this question. We will start with the first of Fethe.
When we were kids, 2 boys and a girl, the youngest, we agreed that we had the strictest father of anyone we knew. He was a sales guy going to work in a suit and tie. We lived in a blue-collar neighborhood, so we got used to the idea that our dad didn't go to work in a uniform and was a lot more verbal and communicative than our friends' fathers. We were all happily bonded to him. We still thought we had the strictest father, but we wouldn't have traded him for anyone we'd ever met. My story went through these chapters. ADD-style problem kid who would leave stuff at school and not pay attention but was ahead of the class on some important things. Surprise spelling champ, beating my own grade and 3 grades above me, both at the school and district levels, the youngest kid ever to do it. Moody, insecure pre-adolescent, precociously making out with girlfriends who were older or who worried my parents, or both. Rebellious high school to college transition where I had the toughest fights with my dad. I bought a motorcycle and wouldn't sell it. First, he said, "I won't contribute another cent to your education or support." Then, he backed off, sent me the usual check for the spring semester, and said, "Bring it home with you this summer and I'll help you restore it." He had a great way of acting the father role for real, then taking these little sidebars with us to say, "Here's why I'm doing this." It was surprisingly effective for us to be able to see that he personally loved us and was deeply attached, but still believed it was his obligation to set limits and make them work until that ceased to be his responsibility. During that last chapter, my dad asked to talk with me in his workshop one afternoon. It was a familiar drill, going back to grade school. It was always something serious, but not necessarily a serious problem. The time I'm remembering was when he had backed off significantly in his use of parental authority. It was pretty much gone. He was negotiating, not ordering. He realized I had the ability to refuse to do something he might order me to do, and he didn't want to create a dominant struggle that would drive us apart. He said, "I know I was the strictest father around. I know I put pressure on you kids more than the other parents. You are naturally pushing back now. Here's what I want to say now. There are 20 wonderful years in a person's life, from age 20 to age 40. Don't screw them up. I don't mind you pushing back or being mad at me. But don't do something that hurts yourself just to show rebelliousness toward me. You've got a great life ahead of you." I avoided most of the. Access this answer and support the author as a Quora Plus subscriber. Access all answers reserved by Fethe. For Quora Plus subscribers. Access exclusive answers from thousands more participating creators in Quora Plus. Browse ad-free and support creators. Start free trial. Learn more.
We continue with Yavashi's answer.
3 years ago, my favorite dance instructor said something to me that has stuck with me through everything. I was 15, in a bad place with my dance technique. Everything was hard, I wasn't progressing. I'd been dancing for 7 years at that point and gone up maybe one level by the studio standards. I danced 14 hours a week, and sure I was getting a bit better, but there wasn't any significant change. I wanted to work even harder, so I took some private lessons from my favorite instructor. She's a firm, straight-to-the-point kind of teacher. She doesn't dilly-dally around the issues at hand, and man, it was hard. Going to class in groups is one thing, but being the center of attention for an eagle-eyed dance instructor is another, and when the hour-long session was up, I was in tears and sweating through my shirt. There was always something that I was doing wrong. No move was perfect, everything I did had something to fix. I was frustrated every single session, and my instructor could see that. She would tell me to calm down, and I'd try to the best I could, but there was just too much weight on me to think anything but negatively. It all finally crashed down one particular session. We were working on fouettés, and if you know anything about dance, you'll know that it's one of the trickiest turns out there, especially for a young dancer. 40 minutes of failure after failure, and I told her I needed a break. Instead of silently pushing back tears, I broke into a full cry that day. She immediately saw and gave me about a paragraph of encouragement, saying things like, "It's all right, if you keep trying you'll get it." I finally released on her all my frustrations. I wasn't in the level one wanted to be. All my younger peers were progressing faster. Everyone was better than me and I couldn't keep up. She looked at me for a moment after I was done, and then said something that would forever change me. "You need to stop caring so much." I was honestly kind of shocked. She was watching me cry and pour out my frustrations about myself and my dancing, and had told me to just not care? I didn't know how to feel about it when I went home that day, but now I know that something in me changed. I was stuck on myself and others, and on dance in its entirety. After that, I took a step back. I just let what would happen, happen. And it saved not only my relationship with dance, but my relationship with the world. I don't care what people think anymore, at all. I wear crazy makeup and fun clothes. I say what I want to say, not what others want me to say. I speak my mind, online and in person. I am involved in so many forms of art, it's hard to keep count. That one sentence that she told me changed me so much. It's hard to imagine who I was just a few years ago. I wish I could give you some sort of fairy tale, ultra successful ending. Maybe say I ended up going to Juilliard or something. But life doesn't work that way. I'm still growing as a dancer and an artist. I did have a few wins, though I won the subject award for theater when I graduated high school. I taught dance at my high school, and will soon be a teacher at my dance studio for a short while before I transfer colleges. I have choreographed numerous shows. I was dance captain in every show in high school, and everyone in high school knew me as the kid who danced. And I won a bunch of awards this year competing my solo, my last year dancing at my studio. If you're a teenager struggling with a hobby or passion, remember to step back. Take a breath. Let things happen, and stop caring so much about what's going on around you. Go with the flow. I promise you'll be much happier in the long run. Smiley face. Bonus picture. Me during my solo this year. Smiley face.
This is the end of the video. Thank you for staying until the end. If you found the answer you were looking for, please leave a like and subscribe. It would help us a lot. We are coming to the end of this video. Share your views on this question in the comments. See you next time.